Oh, my beautiful Niger, 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 my beautiful Niger. You're not supposed to kill Abuja one by one. You're not supposed to kill Enugu one by one. You're not supposed to kill Calabar one by one. You're not supposed to send nobody to a grave. Imagine saying that you where them do that. 24 shots before you look back. Imagine saying that you with a 60 men stepping out your streets where them begin to the Pugat. So tell me, why did you become like this, my G? I want to know the truth so I can.
Good day, viewer. Here we are today live at Extra Event Center, Banawa in Kaduna State. On this special day being the 15th of April 2023 to participate in the Peace for Free lecture series for the Northwest Geopolitical Zone in Nigeria with the theme Sustainable Peace Beyond Elections. Peace for Free is a civil society organization committed to encouraging peace for the national unity and development of our nation, Nigeria. I am Gopari Patience, reporting live for DMI TV.
If there is any time we need peace, it's even more now. We really need it now because both the youth, the adult, whatever, we really need it now so that because from there we can have some achievement and progress. My expectation is that one, let there be a continuity of this program, hopefully, maybe quarterly or twice in a year.
Do you think a peaceful atmosphere is required at this time to consolidate our democratic journey in Nigeria?
Sure. Peaceful atmosphere is critical at this time, especially after this election. We know the tension in Nigeria, everyone knows, and everybody wants peace. We know it as a factor of progress and everything. So we need it. We need to coexist. I have a lot of expectation after today's lecture. I want to believe all of us that have come here will be educated and will learn more. And as we get back to our various society, we apply what we've learned. We know the importance of peace.
My expectation into this program is to learn more and to learn how to sustain peace in our country. You know, when there is no peace in the country, there will be division, there will not be unity in the country. So we have to learn to educate others to live in peace in our country.
Well, today I'm expecting to live here a different person, somebody that is at least more advanced in knowledge, to know more on how to tackle riots when it comes in, or how to give wisdom to those that lack it, especially about peace. Because seriously, our nation now, it seems peace is leaving us, especially during this election, after the expectation from the youth has not been met. So we need these lectures like this so as at least to calm us down.
This lecture targets young people deliberately. It targets young people because it is young people like yourselves who are usually recruited to disrupt the peace. Most times, people have political differences, and instead of resolving such differences through dialogue, they resort to violence. And the instrument they use to perpetrate such violence is a recruitment of young people like yourselves to be tools in the hands of those who want to disrupt our peace. By this lecture, we hope that we would have convinced you and spoken to your consciences that no one should talk to you or should tell you anything that will make you resort or take up arms or become violent towards your neighbor in your communities. So you see, peace is very, very important. Without peace, it will be impossible for those whom you elected to work and deliver to you good governance and those things that you wished for when you voted for them. When we talk about peace, we use the word peace to mean a state of cordial relationship, a state of tranquility, where you are at home, where you are, in a state of contentment with yourself. Peace starts with you. If you don't have your own peace at heart, in your mind, it will be impossible for you to to exhibit that same peaceful nature towards the other person. It is important for us to engage in conversations with one another where we have conflict with them, not to take up arms to begin to show brutal force. It is animals that resolve differences by use of force. Human beings don't use force. That is why we are better and higher animals than they. Having spoken about what this peace is and what it means to us, or what it can do to us, I would like you to tell me, what are those things that in your communities that disrupt or break the peace that you know?
Is when agreement is not being followed.
Thank you.
Because two cannot work together except they are what?
They agree.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
One of the things that disrupt peace in a community or society is injustice.
One of the things that disrupt peace is lack of forgiveness. If we don't forgive each other, we can't live at peace with each other.
Thank you, Sarah.
Lack of tolerance.
Religious bigotry. Lack of love.
Selfish interest. One love to gain more than the rest.
Speech.
I think we have spoken about all the things that we know that disrupt our peace. I want to emphasize on two. I want to emphasize on hate speech and fake news. Fake news is when you spread information that you yourself don't know that it is not true. When you spread rumors, when you spread information that you don't know its source, you are propagating and you are likely going to cause problems in society. We've spoken about ethnicity, tribalism, nepotism, and all of that. We've called them here. Hate speech is that information that you share about other people's religion, about other people's tribes, about other people's race, and all of such, that will reduce or will negatively portray such religion, such ethnic groups, and so on. Once it shows that that religion or that ethnicity, that ethnic group is not good, then you are guilty of hate speech. So please, and nobody will want anyone to say something negative about his ethnic group or about his religion. So you should have respect for one another's religion. Even political views that we don't have the same, or we don't share the same political views, does not mean we should begin to hate each other. Okay? So it is important that that person is not from your political party. So anything you see about that political party, you share it. That people who are of that political party, they are like this. People who are of that political party, they are like this. That amounts to hate speech. Thank you for your wonderful contributions. Now, let me ask you. You have told us those things that disrupt peace in our societies, in our communities. Let me now hear from you. What are those things that we should do that will make us to live peacefully beyond the elections? The elections are over now. So what are your expectations? What are those things that we should do so that we can have sustainable peace?
One of the most important ingredients that we must use is to let go, forgive, and allow peace to reign.
We should try and obey the rules and regulations guiding a state or a country.
Thank you. The rule of law.
I think one of the things we do to restore peace to our society is one of the things we're doing here. And this kind of lectures should be coming time by time so that the idea will be inculcated into the young ones that are coming. I think this kind of body are highly commended. I commend you guys.
Thank you.
Aggrieved politicians should seek redress in court, not in the streets.
Thank you.
And for we, the followers, we should know that politics is not about friendship or enmity. Politics is all about interest.
So if you want peace post-elections, peace must be maintained during the elections. Don't disenfranchise voters. Don't manipulate results. Maintain peace during the elections. It will spill over till after the elections.
Thank you.
Being here is a medium that will sustain peace. Because if I should take this very meeting very serious, or each and every one of us takes this very serious, it means I am an advocate of peace. Wherever I found myself, then I have the responsibility to educate and to train people on how to live peace in their community.
Thank you. Very important. Thank you. I take away that by that last comment, we have committed ourselves to something very important. We have committed ourselves to become peace ambassadors. We have committed ourselves to leave this venue and become agents of peace, so that you will spread this message in your homes and in your communities. Let people understand that first, we are Nigerians. We have no other country beside this one. If we burn down Nigeria, we will have nowhere to go. So it is of interest to us to maintain peace, so that we can give our leaders a chance to deliver good governance to us. If we have committed ourselves to these ideas, if we have committed ourselves that as young people, we are going to build a country that includes all of us in spite of our differences, then we are going to have that peace, and we are going to build that country that we deserve and we desire. I thank you for your kind attention.
My question is this, sir. Can there be a sustainable peace without justice, without fairness, without equity?
To have sustainable peace, we are saying there should be social justice. There should be fairness to all. There should be equality of all. That we should forget about what happened during elections. We should build a society that is inclusive, a society that gives each and every one of us equal opportunities, so that we can have a better society.
How do you sustain peace with somebody that is parallel in understanding with you? He is not ready to understand with you. He is not reasoning with you. He keeps creating problems. How do you sustain peace with such in a society?
What we do in such instances, if somebody does not understand you, it is very simple what you will do. Why is it that that person is not understanding you? It will be important for you to educate such a person, dialogue with such a person, have a conversation, open-minded conversation without prejudice. When you are open-minded, it means that you are ready to see new things and accept them, okay? Maybe you did not understand that person simply because you were not in that person's shoes.
Now my question is that, can there really be peace without war?
We can have peace, but I've said in the course of the lecture that peace is not the absence of conflict. It is when we fail to manage conflict, that conflict degenerates into crisis and into wars. We can have conflict, but there are mechanisms that we can resolve this conflict. That is why we are preaching dialogue. You should talk to one another. Tell whatever your grievances are and try to understand. So when we dialogue, that conflict situation that we have will not be allowed to degenerate into a war situation.
I'm the brain behind today's event, and it is informed by the fallout from the 2023 general elections. As we all know, a lot of people claim that the process was marred by irregularities and all that. That is the claim. What we're doing is we quickly, as a civil society organization, we quickly moved in to engage the people, especially the youths, to eschew violence and to the part of civility in terms of ventilating whatever they feel that may have transpired. There are avenues to go about it rather than, going violent. Violence, what we're saying that violence can never achieve anything for us. Violence will rather disrupt the democratic journey that we have embarked upon since 1999. My call to the good and peace-loving people of Kaduna State is to remain calm, and remain hopeful and faithful to God that He may, continue to provide understanding between these two parties. Some of us that attended this lecture, to take the message of peace to them, to tell them that, look, there's one sure way of resolving this matter, and that one sure way is dialogue. What we are asking for in Kaduna State is peace, and it must be free, unconditional, and priceless.
Well, what we have tried to convey to the people of Kaduna State is a very simple message. We've asked them that the elections are over. It's time to build our country, and that the people they elected into office should be given an opportunity to serve and deliver on their electoral promises. And that can only be done in an atmosphere of peace. That is the hallmark of our message to the people of Kaduna State. What we advise and what we want to do is that everybody who has misgivings about the outcome of the elections should submit himself to the rule of law. There are processes to seek redress in the court of law, and that peaceful protests are part of that process. But ultimately, you take your case to the court, where you can seek redress and possibly get justice. My call to Nigerian youth is that they should resist any temptation to be recruited for purposes of violence to disrupt our peace. And today we have charged Nigerian youths in Kaduna State to be peace ambassadors and preach the message of peace in their homes and in their communities.
You're not supposed to kill Abuja one by one. You're not supposed to kill Enugu one by one. You're not supposed to kill Calabar one by one. You're not supposed to send nobody to a grave.